Okay. So I've been talking for a while now, and apparently I wasn't live. So this is just part of our fun right now. Our energies are accelerating. The consciousness is accelerating. The shit's accelerating. And the some people that I know would call it like the forces that want to stop us or the darkness, but I don't really like to call it the darkness because dark and light are both sides of everything. And the dark is the yin, it's the womb, it's the creation space, it's the sacral, it's the part that's really ready to be cleaned out. And that's what we're doing. So we found each other. Namaste, everybody. Namaste. Okay, Akasha here, Nana Akasha from nanakasha.com. And welcome to the Spiritual Weather Report. So, right now, I'm putting out a lot of shows, and the best thing to do is to subscribe and then click some little bell for notifications. That it'll send you an email, I think, then when I go live or when we post a video. And so I posted a video, a message from the dolphins the other day. Make sure you check that out. It's also going to be in the dolphin playlist. There's a spiritual weather report playlist, there's a meditation playlist, and we started a new one for the show I did yesterday called Gaia's Crystal Cave. And this is a playlist where I'm just going to show up and channel. I'm just going to show up and receive. And being an oracle, being a seer, being a clear and open channel, everybody is, and everybody does it in a different way, and everyone's at a different point in awakening and experience. And I have a lot of experience at this point. I'm a wise woman, old lady. Um, and what happens is that the accumulated experience is very profound for me because I haven't just been doing my own work, but I've been working with people for 37 years, I think, something like that. So if I get to see so many other people and watch their inner patterns and see what they go through, then I see the bigger picture. I see how things are moving for everyone in different ways, but similar ways. And then my experience grows and expands very, very quickly because of that accelerated opportunity, right, to see what's happening at a deeper level. So I love my life because my life is my work and my life is my personal path and my life is my spiritual path, and I walk and do everything in a sacred way. I do laugh because yes, there's a lot of good jokes you could put there. However, it's just true. I don't go anywhere without cleansing, clearing myself, putting light structures around things. I teach you many, many of these things, how to put light structures and work with Archangel Michael and elementals and create healing chambers. And you can put them around yourself or someone you love who's on the other side of the planet, or a client, or a dog, or the government, or a place where, an earthquake just happened. So make sure you check that out. It's called Energy Cleanses, and that is in the shop. And what happens is that these are things that you want to be doing daily. Okay. So we're going to go into the spiritual weather report. What does that mean? I also have, uh, yesterday was very special, and I don't have much recollection of what came through, except for we were in a crystal cave. One wall became citrine, started to emanate gold light, uh, and we stood in front of it, just receiving that directly into our aura. And then a little stream came through the cave, and we were told it was from Atlantis, and it was a flow, like a reconnection to some kind of power or wisdom that we each have in Atlantis. So when you experience the cosmic, interdimensional, whatever you want to call it, journeys that I do, even on these calls, they're extremely powerful. I've worked with shaman and mystery schools around the world, and I've gone to major power sites and done incredibly deep spiritual work. It's why I do the retreats. And it's time to realize when you combine those powers, what happens. Really profound things happen. And you dramatically increase your path. If you want change, if you want growth, if you want prosperity, if you want understand, a better intuitive connection, if you want to know your purpose, if you whatever it is, do you have a craving? Well, that's part of the energy happening right now. So let's go ahead and dive in. I just want to welcome everyone, my beloveds all around us, and also you. So cheers to you, and I'm going to have a little sip of my cacao. Mm. So we have a little cacao ceremony every day. We hold the cacao, whether it's a roast bean or a drink, to our hearts because this is sacred feminine goddess type energy that brings healing. There's all kinds of health benefits in cacao, and heart opening and warming, and a connection to the warmth of the heart, of the earth, and it's a seed. So it is assisting you in your seeds. What are you seeding? What are you growing? What seeds are you creating to plant? So there's a perfect opportunity to go into this is a new moon on Sunday, and this is 11/11 on Saturday. So we have an incredible new moon because the last new moon was an eclipse. So you can see we have accelerated energies happening by the reflection in the stars. Now, the astronomy, astrology, both of those for next year and the following year are extremely intense. Nobody knows how they will unfold. It's just that it can be seen in what energies are going to be where interacting with what. We have a dragon year and then a serpent year. This is intense transformation, intense change. Okay. And so growth and prosperity, however, the danger is of that energy exploding, that masculine energy that wants to own everything and take everything and control everything. So you're going to see this within yourself, and you're going to see this within the planet. We already are. And you're going to watch structures in people's traditions and their mindsets be challenged, and you're going to watch them begin to have this crack in the egg. And if they're not doing things like you being here, and thank you, really, really thank you, then it's going to be much more difficult, confusing, shocking, and there'll be struggle. It's not that those of us who are saying, I'm living this conscious path. I don't want to be whacked on the back of my head. I know I'm going to go up. I know I'm going to go down. I know things are going to change, but I want to be present in the moment, walking my path, embodied peace, love, love, peace, love, every step. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Be one with Gaia. You are, your body is, everything is, and we're all evolving together. So the volatility we see within the planet and the shifting of the poles and the melting of the ice and the volatility within humans, wanting, yell, blame, kill, hate, and so on. The desire maybe within you to control is starting to come up as well because none of us are immune to the cosmic weather, to the energies around us as we walk through this path. You're in a body, you're here in this moment, you're on this timeline. Okay, here's what's happening. We got a new moon. The new moon is new beginnings, it's planting seeds. So it's beautiful that we were just talking about the cacao. Bring a seed of love. Bring a seed from Gaia. Bring some seeds. Bring some coffee beans, some I have lots of seeds. I have chia and sesame and sunflower and pumpkin and even nuts. But the seeds is a really good idea now. So if you want to create an altar, if you want to bring the energy more into you, you can visually, when you see something like this has meaning to me. Everything here came to me in a specific way. Often it embodies something specific, a specific energy. This is my moon dolphin. Most often, okay, she's my luminous feminine full moon dolphin. And Perseus here is a little girl dolphin that I'm waiting to hear if we're going to get to go actually kiss her for the first time and in December. So she tells me she's a moon dolphin, and she comes mostly with the new moon. You can see the darker energies. These are neither good or bad. This is the purpose. So you can bring seeds, you could make patterns with seeds, you could have a basket or a bowl, and you could put popcorn seeds and dried beans and rice and other forms of seeds. And even sunflower seeds, the ones I eat, but the ones with the shell. Get the textures and the colors, call them in, welcome them, put them in your hands, receive the abundance and the bounty of what they represent, the life force that created them. This is a conscious life force with a purpose and just like you. And this is their seeds. And you're now either consuming it or putting it in a sacred place on an altar. So in the new moon, if we seed with intention, then we don't have unexpected weeds popping up in our garden. What does that mean? Be very quiet, still, and intentional. Be in a place where you know that the energies you're sensing or experiencing are being infused, maybe not just into the seeds that you're planting, but the soil, the environment that you're planting seeds within. Are you saying, I really want more prosperity? Okay, because we have an element today, this week, this weekend, and we're feeling all of this now. That's in Taurus, and Taurus is always about wealth and comfort, uh, nice things, everything just so very grounded. That physical sense, and we're dealing with Scorpio right now. And Scorpio is the desire for safety, the desire for security, the keeping of secrets, the watching, the the feeling almost like afraid because everything is hidden and yet being hidden. And so the energies at play right now, while you're planting seeds, and just before you're planting the seeds, the peak of the new moon is Sunday, but you feel it for several days before. So we're in it. Let's just say we're at the threshold, we're at the doorway today. And so, what we want to do is, what a beautiful thing if you took some seeds in your hands, you gave them to, and you did it in a sacred way where into your palm you receive it, and then you hold it and you appreciate it. And your left hand is your heart hand. So you receive that seed energy, that life force, the gift, the medicine of this being. Let's say it's sunflower seeds, down and into your heart. Now, your arms are your heart chakra, your hands are your crown chakra. So, this is the meeting place of the heart and the crown. And this is what we want, right? We want to take back our crown. We want to be the creators and the authority and the ones making decisions and unplug from everyone else's story and opinion. There's too much of it. You can't keep up with it. You can't fix it. You can't change it. You can only change what's going on in here. Come back in, get your power back, start walking your path with more and more intention. Give yourself some seeds. Receive the life force from those seeds. And think about the seeds. Excuse me. The chia seeds are for strength. If we're talking to this messenger and making a body, it made a body just like you. It has trauma just like you. It goes through the ups and downs. It goes through the cycles of the weather, and it goes through the cycles of the spiritual weather just like you. We are the trees, we are the seeds, we are the flowers. We are one in the most literal way. And yet, we have separated ourselves from the magic of realizing that we have support. So put chia seeds for that. Sunflower seeds could go on for a long time about sunflowers. All right. They have the sacred geometry of a tube torus inside of it. They have the seeds of life. They are sun. They are self seeds. So into those you could ask for your higher self to put yourself's highest intentions. This is a great time for intentions. New moons always are. However, there's a lot of focus here. There's a lot of pressure here. And we have Uranus, we have Scorpio, we have kind of a Taurus thing there. We have the new moon, we have 11:11. So these energies are all together creating a very unusual weather pattern. And we're going to walk through it one way or the other. You don't have to ever be afraid of anything. I do give big warnings for eclipses because people don't seem to grasp how friggin' huge they are. And you should just not go do anything big just that day, okay? Do it the day before, do it the day after. Don't travel, don't sign papers for some. Just in general, this is the best idea. Now, if everything you've ever done and God appeared in front of you on that day, then maybe the eclipse is the opening for you. Okay? It is a portal. Um, so, so as you're coming into this time, you're going to go through a light portal, 11:11. There's the meaning of one. Okay, one. Well, what does one mean? It means one. It means you. It might mean one, or the one source, or the one void, or the one God, or the one mother, father, God, or whatever. And it could mean oneness and one and one. Instead of becoming a two, is one and one standing side by side. So to me, it's very much like the Greek pantheon. I was very excited recently to hear Joseph Campbell say something that I affirm, something that I feel about going and wanting to reawaken and talk to and connect to and bring back the wisdom of a certain era of ancient Greece through the temples and the land that still have the wisdom and energy, and then through the spirit guides, the gods, the goddesses, the nature spirits, and so on, because the symbols, the stories, the archetypes, these are all maps, these are clues to our spiritual nature. And they're there available to us because time and space doesn't exist, and it's time to just accept that, because you're going to get a guide like Isis who's going to just take you through time and space, or Thoth, or you're going to start to work with sacred geometry. The portals are going to open. So this portal is for you. It is just a light portal. Now the other thing is a one and a one is the masculine, the feminine, the balance, the two standing side by side, eye to eye, heart to heart, equals. And Joseph Campbell said that ancient Greek was the best example of that manifestation of the mother and father God, of the masculine and feminine principles being equally respected and equally displayed and equally honored. To me, there's still a skew to the feminine in it, which I love, but it is very, very much that way compared to almost any place that you see. And we have a history of mother God and then masculine, squashing feminine, and we're still here, or maybe here, and then we had this side by side. So this is balance. This is being able to see eye to eye to something. Is this you and your higher self? Is this you and your future self? Is this you and your soul powers from a particular life that wants to connect to you now? Is this you and your dragon spirit guide? Is this you and the serpent energy that's coming alive in your kundalini? Is this you and, okay? So any of these things can embody these light pillars. Now we have another 11. So if we have a 1 and a 1 and we keep multiplying the 1 and we know what that means, the repetition is creating a frequency and a ripple, and the ripple is going out. 1, 1, 1, 1. And then you feel like you dropped 4 rocks and ooh, that ripple's going out. This is about being in the one and being aware of the one, knowing that you're one heart, one mind, and yet you are not like anything else. You're not one like everyone else, so you're not special or different. You're 100% special, unique, and different, and you have to stop seeking that validation, believe it, trust it, and step into it. So you can make a very beautiful intention about what you want to do as you step through the 1111 portal, and you can do it from a time or a place where maybe you're thinking about yourself standing there in the light or between the two pairs, right? And looking up and asking for your future self, or asking for your higher self, or asking for your aura, or asking for your body intelligence or elemental, or your I am presence, or for Gaia, or for one of the lives in your soul, or ask for one of the nature spirits, or fairies, or gods, or goddesses, or the dolphins, or the jaguars. I mean, my goodness, we are so blessed to be here with so many forms of life, ancient and new, holding wisdom, having seen things happen. The stone people hold that. The waters. So my goodness, I'm working with waters a lot now. We're going to be doing a lot of water magic in the next few retreats, and all of next year, talking to the waters, to the mermaids, to the sylphs, to the energies, to the ancients, to the codes. And so as you walk through these portals, what is it that you do when you walk through a portal? Well, you don't ever go back. So this is an opportunity to leave something behind. What do you want behind? I suggest that you give yourself a focus, and you give yourself permission and a little bit of time to sit with that focus and write, think what it is you want to do, because there's an aspect of the energies that we're having during this portal weekend, new moon, that want you to focus, and there's some pressure. There's Mars involved here, okay? So that can be, I want to do something, I want to build something, I want to make something happen, or it could be anger or aggression or a battle. And I literally just had somebody say, I'm battling. And you want to listen to your own words. They're speaking to you. They're expressing the energies you're holding. You've got to become self-aware. The self-awareness, the knowing thyself, is becoming your own oracle, and that's what's rising on the planet. The independent spiritual nature within each of us. So when you walk through the 1111 portal, it is one of the most beautiful spiritual portals that we get an opportunity to walk through, that isn't doing really intense work where we may just feel like I'm doing my best to be present. This could be angelic for you. So I'm feeling the meditation coming on very soon here. Let's go and take a look. Um, the equal sign, yeah, that is the equal sign. Okay, you guys can hear me now and whatever is happening. Um, and yeah, I'm feeling the meditation is going to, what's interesting is energetically, I see things. I see the energies, and I see, like, if you come, I'll see the energies the dolphin is sending you, or I'll see into your energy field when I'm cleansing you and doing the welcome thing. I bring out all my shamanic tools and smudge and sound instruments and this and that and tools and talk, and I channel and I bring through a very powerful healing for each person as you enter the sacred space for the first time. And there's I can see the energy, then during the activations, I'm fed the energies or the visions and the pictures, and I just start describing them, and now there's a difference. It's like more energies are coming through me. I'm just a blank, kind of holding the space like that. And the, again, I don't guess you call it the future. I don't like that word, but like the next steps open up and I can see them. So what I see this weekend is right now there's a bit of darkness, there's a little muddledness. A lot of people are feeling wounded, emotional. They're licking their wounds. They're feeling the shock is still wearing off. You need to rest more than you think. You need to not be annoyed and push your schedule. There's going to be a lot of pressure from Mars. There's going to be a lot of pressure to do or to blame or to express your frustration or your anger. And there's going to be the desire to make something happen, but you want to do it in a safe way. And then you're going to have this pressure pushing you, and you're going to want to be really focused. And all of these things are going to be in the dark because the new moon. So in the dark, again, isn't evil. It means you can't see. So do you have a spirit guide like Jaguar? Do you have a spirit guide like Isis? Third eye people like Horus or Isis, or even ooh, Ishel. Ishel's here. Look at my beautiful Ishel with her snake on her head. I love her. She's the best. This is the wise woman version of the beautiful Ishel, rainbow moon, fertility goddess of women, the most popular Mayan goddess, and I love her. And she pours the most beautiful abundance down on us, and she's awakened. That's what the snake represents anywhere up here, an awakened third eye. You can transform on your own. You don't need permission from others. You're a free and independent spirit, and this awakens the Kundalini in your sacral. So when you walk through 1111, what would you like? And then you let it go, because you cannot control the outcome. You can say, "Ooh, it would be wonderful if," "Oh, I'm going to visualize that. I would like to stand heart to heart uh, in these pillars of light with my higher self, or with, and always what's optimal for me at this time." So we'll see what comes through with that, and let's go take a look at the slides so we can see um, raw to tell you and no. So the spiritual weather report is to give you insights into the energies so you don't feel overwhelmed by them. You don't feel buffeted about by them. You understand that they do have an effect on you and on others, and that what's happening, you're not going to try to make a big deal out of things that happen. Okay, you're not going to try to make this mean that or blame that person and get caught up in the drama. So we're going to do the multidimensional meditation next, and right now. So the new moon is at 20 degrees Scorpio. Why does it matter 20 degrees? If you look at your own chart, even if you know nothing about the chart, it's a great idea. It's free. There's lots of places. I recommend donnastellhorn.com. And you just send her your birthday. She'll send you your chart. And she'll be on next month telling us about next year, the year of the dragon. And that's going to be an incredible show. So 20 degrees, if you have 20 degrees anywhere in your natal chart, it means BAMO, you have a direct connection, and this is strong. If you're Scorpio or you have anything in Scorpio, that is also going to be powerful for you. If you have a Mars that's very, very powerful for you, it's going to be acting up the way we just talked about. So I said that last moon was in the eclipse, and this moon is this portal, this new moon is following the portal. So here's how I see it. I see us kind of in the darkness, and then I see these four giant pillars of light. They're glowing. They're neon. They're electric. They're very, 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 very tall, about the Olympian Zeus temple tall, maybe taller. And then on the other side of it is a darkness, and that's the new moon. So it's going to be a very interesting, because the experience, the journey, we're always on a journey. You are a hero, you're a heroine, you're on the journey of your life. You're spiraling up all the time, even in the times when it feels like you're just peaceful in ordinary world, nothing's really changing. You're resting, you're recuperating. Perhaps deep within you there are things gestating, there are seeds beginning to form, or seeds that you planted at another time that begin to stir. This is all, this cycle of energies that we honor with the moons is happening within you. It is your emotion, and it is your feminine energy, and it is your ability to create, and it has the most powerful effect on us of any of the planets, the moon. So The new moon is highlighted by the 1111. And these pressures we're talking about are chaos. So we have Uranus that wants to do something new, that is unexpected change, that's going in a new direction, but it wants to transform, it wants to ascend. So it's an ascension buddy, but it's kind of a loony one, okay? Because on the other side, your Scorpio is going to be going, no, I want to be safe, I want to be secure, and I don't know if I should come out of here. And that's a deep water sign as well. And then the pressure from Mars and the chaos, all of these things are here in the dark womb where you want to seed your next seeds. Well, these seeds are important because they're going to come to light at the end of the year, and they're going to be gestating through the solstice. And so these are very important moments to realize, what are the seeds within me? Mental, emotional, spiritual. What am I carrying in my womb that I can't get to because of all the fear and shame? What are the Scorpio secrets that are trying to get out or are hiding because I want to be this safe, this wish for security? The new moon is conjunct Mars. That means they're having a party, okay? They're kissing. And the planet is intense masculine energy. So sometimes it's anger, sometimes it's the desire to do something, sometimes it's lots of energy, but there can be a battling energy, there can be wanting to pick a fight energy, okay? And then Uranus is opposing the planet. So the moon. So this is unexpected change. And if it's opposing it, wow, you can imagine this is somebody standing across from you in conflict with you, perhaps blocking your way and saying, guess what? Change, 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 but you're in the dark. So you may be walking through the new moon in the dark, but you feel illuminated because you've just come through this portal of light and you've written your intention and you've focused on it and you've walked in a sacred way and you really feel wonderful. And then you feel like suddenly like, wow, I'm in the dark, I'm not sure where to go, and now I just fell down a well or I took a right turn. Now it's just a weird feeling because we're moving very fast. So let go of your desire to stay safe and trust yourself. Anchor into your own route. Then you're like a little egg that can float and fly anywhere, and you always stay upright and balanced. You are not anchored to your home or to the earth. You're already a part of the earth. Anchor to your own root. Okay, when you feel the pressure, there's also going to be a sense of like, oh, something might explode, something might explode. And this is definitely going to be felt on the world stage. Do not get sucked into the illusion and drama because then you are creating it. Period. Bottom line, you cannot worry about it, hate it, cry about it, get it out of you, but then move on. Allow yourself to feel it and then say, I accept these feelings, and now I'm going to release the tension because then you're going to explode and cut out all the distractions. Okay? You want to pick a focus. That's what we talked about. I think your focus is whatever it is you want to walk through this portal. This portal is going to be like something bathing you and dressing you in silver gowns of light. And Uranus is going to help you prioritize and clean up what's done so that you give your full focus to the new seeds and you do these things to relieve pressure. Okay, so we're going to dive into the meditation, and I want to just share a little bit about Gaia's Crystal Cave. I this is something I'm doing for me, and I'm going to be sharing it with you if you would like to join me. And I did one the other day, and I'm probably going to do one more, and then I'm going to ask you to donate a dollar, $3, whatever it is you want. However, there's so much information that I'm being given that I have to get out of me. I have to get it out of me as I'm processing, as it's fresh, and I have been overwhelmed trying to do that. So my guides in Gaia have told me that I need to speak. I need to just show up and speak. And I'm like, okay, but I need sacred space. So I was going to create a space. And she said, no, I want you to come into my cave. This is where we are raising the sacred feminine energies. This is where we have had to pull our energies, our powers, our secrets, our ability to create life. Yes, we're dang powerful if you are in a female body, whatever way you relate. You are full of psychic, creative power. You have structures in your body like a very big corpus callosum, which is the third eye, the physical structure of the third eye. You have the ability to think on both sides. You have a womb full of network antennas. You have more possibility for the channels of the sacred feminine intuitive gifts, clairs, senses, and this gives you a stronger ability to connect to other lives that had these wisdoms, these powers, these experiences, whether it's as an artist or a cook or a loving family person, a king or a priestess. It's often these spiritual powers that are coming forward. It's the sacred feminine arts that needs to come forward. And I have so much to share that they said, you are the Akasha. The reason your spiritual name was given to you is that you are Akasha. Akash or Akasha is the fifth element. It is the sky. It is the everything. It is the things that things are imprinted on and things are recorded in. So I don't really understand the logistics of that. However, I had a conversation with someone, one of my clients, and they were talking about when they do my intuition awakening and soul awakening, soul star awakening, these different classes where I connect you directly back to your higher self or to your talents and things. She says, the more I've done your classes, the more I just show up and I'm there and it appears. And I've taken other courses that, they're like, here's this long process you have to do to go to the Akashic Records and to get into the Akashic Records and then to connect to this and connect to that. And I don't have anything wrong with that because I did many, many of those kinds of methods for many years that allowed me to become a clear and open channel that just connects now. However, it was this conversation that triggered my spirit guides to tell me, you don't feel, I said, I never talked about the Akashic Records or channeling because it didn't feel like it was a separate thing. It was just there it was within me. And they said, that's because you are the Akash. And when you are it, it's already there. You don't have to go there. You don't have to try to get there. It's just within you. And I do believe that each of us has something similar, a different type of makeup that we are unique. I met a lady just yesterday who has full, complete, real memory and realization that she's a mermaid. And it was so powerful to see her and to see her paintings and to hear her story and to watch. It's People are waking up to the fact they are not just multidimensional, that they're otherworldly, that they might be supernatural, that they might be magical realm oriented or part this or part that. And all of these things need to come and they need to come. So Gaia created a cave. The crystals asked to be a part of it. All of that, I think I share a little bit more in the recording the other day. So we will share with you a place to get on a list if you're interested for this, and I'll let you know. I don't know how often it will be because I've been told I need to do this every day. And we're going to have another show with Joan soon, and on 11/11, I am it was a difficult decision because I like to go to a pyramid on these days and be there, and I can't do live streams when I'm on the top of a pyramid. However, I was told to do this and that it was very important, and I have a sense that this is going to be one of the most powerful experiences we can have this year, is to join Delphine, the dragon, the Kundalini of Gaia, and allow this dragon spirit to awaken our Kundalini and the treasures within. So dragons are famous for guarding treasure. And I even watched something the other day that said dragons are represent greed, and I said, "Oh wow, that's not true at all." And then they said, all in all the myths and all the stories and all the artwork, you see dragons guarding treasures like gold and women, and they don't use it, they don't care about it, they just guard it. And I thought, right there, you just answered your misinterpretation of they're greedy. No, they're the guardian. And this is exactly what happened to this dragon spirit, Dracana, Delphine. is that she was created to guard Delphi, the navel of the planet, the umbilical cord, this to the connection to Gaia, the sacred source of our divine life force. And guard, they're all about guardians. So that's going to be a powerful experience, 100% no cost. This is a spirit guide circle that I would like to grow. I would love you to join. It has very low cost. We meet several times a month and we have many wonderful things. This is the Dolphin Healing Retreat, and Joan and I are going to be anakasha.com/Greece is where you go, or you can go to the shop and see that we're going to be going in May, and it's very powerful, and it is the reason that these Gaia energies, these serpent energies, these dragon energies are rising again for me. So what we're going to do now is pop on over and do our meditation. And okay, I'm checking with my guides to see if it's optimal for me to mention this. So I don't know why I'm very hesitant. I'm inspired to create a goddess event for my birthday in December, and I'm going to be offering it. If even 2 people want to come, it will happen. And it will be in the gorgeous Mayan Riviera on the beach, where we're going to love ourselves up and have other healers come and goddess and sound healings and baths and caves and cenotes and more love and more cacao and um, journeys into our sacral and everything yummy and healing. I've dreamed of doing this for a very long time. It's like a gift to me. Um, and so if you are interested in that, there's nothing out there. You just need to contact us at anakasha.com and we will be happy to connect. And if you know how to connect to me directly, please do that. The sooner I know if I've got 2 people who want to come, then I will put it out in stone. But right now, it just feels like a fun thing, and we'll see what happens, who feels the call. And we will be in a lot of beautiful ceremony where we're doing all sacred feminine arts and all messages and all bringing the love up within and revealing the inner goddess in every way we can, from the sensory uh, to going to the womb of the mother and going into the water, doing purifying, healing, and every way that we can bring in the frequency of love. So, back. Okie dokie. I will pop over and see you in a minute.